Top of the morning to you. It's Monday, the 16th day of December 2024. And today, as always, we'll be taking a quick look at the commodity reports and activities from isolated exchanges on the segment Opening Bell. Business news stories from around Africa and the rest of the world will come to you on Global Business. We'll also take out the time to look at issues affecting businesses in the southeastern part of Nigeria and the Eastern Business Report. And then finally, activities and conversations from around the markets will come to you on Afia. The Afia Business Morning takes center stage every weekday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. My name is Ubong Kings. Welcome to the Afia Business Morning. Trading on the floor open until the exchange is open today. The exchange in London open at 9. Gold in New York exchange is yet to open. One in China opening bells went off at 2 a.m. local time. I want to welcome you to the opening bell segment. And without further ado, let's jump right to the floors of our featured exchanges this morning. And like they say, charity begins at home. So we start off on the floors of the Nigerian Stock Exchange this morning, where it's reported that, the NGX all-share index is at, over the weekend, closed on the high, rising by 0.62% to close at 99,377.62 points. May interested to know that a total of 504,235,224 shares valued at 10,631,543,403 naira 82 kobo were traded across 8,464 deals with equity capitalization of 60 trillion 241 billion 720,969,379 naira 97 kobo. Now let's take a look at the biggest gainers and biggest losers of the day. The biggest gainer of the day, by the way, was Caverton, which rose by 10%. Other gainers were the likes of Aratel, Ikeja Hotel, AfriProd, and Gold Brewers. On the other hand, well, Austin Lars topped the losers list with a decline of 10%. Other losers were the likes of ABC Trans, Royal X, NSL Tech, and TIP. We would go on a quick break, and when we return, we'll be looking at activities from other selected exchanges. I'm talking about the likes of the New York Stock Exchange, the London Stock Exchange, the Chinese Stock Exchange, which of course comprises the Shenzhen and Shanghai exchanges. The Afia Business Morning and indeed the opening bell. We'll be right back after this time out. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Afia Business Morning, and you're watching Opening Bell. We're moving on to the floors of other featured exchanges, and we're starting off, or rather continuing, on the floors of the New York Stock Exchange this morning, where it's mostly, well, dips in index values across the board. We have just three risers there, being that of NYSE FANG Index, Nasdaq Composite, and the Nasdaq 100, which were all up at 1.40%. 0.12% and 0.76% respectively. However, the NYSE Composite DJ is down at 0.17%. The NYSE US 100 Index is down 0.37%. Dow Jones Industrial Average down 0.24%. S&P 500 Index down 0.17%. And away from that, let's check out the activities on the London Stock Exchange this morning, where incidentally is all dips in index values across board. FTSE 100 down at 0.14%, FTSE 250, FTSE 350, FTSE All-Share Index all down at 0.29%, 0.16% and 0.16% respectively. Now the question is, if we move to China, will that be the same order of events? Oh well, yes it is. Because starting out the exchange at Shenzhen is all dips as well in index values across board, only that the values are slightly higher. Shenzhen Composite Index is up at 2.23%. The SZSE Composite Index is up, I beg your pardon, down at 2.01%. The China Index is also down at 2.48%. And the repeat is the case when we move to Shanghai, where it is all dips as well in index values across board. The SSE Composite Index is down 2.01%. The SSE 50 Index is down 2.38%. The Star 50 Index is down 2.09%. The SSE 180 Index is down 2.32%. The SSE 380 Index, the CSI 300 Index, both down at 2.09% and 2.37% respectively. We're going to a quick break. When we return, we'll be checking out, well, commodity prices as well as the consumer price watching the every market. You may want to follow this program, join in on the conversation on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly tap in the search bar www.youtube.com/Afia Business, and while you're there, do what? Hit the like button. Remember, you should, of course, subscribe so you get notifications on all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. You can also, by the way, follow us on Instagram with the handle at Afia Business _ to be part of our social media community. The Afia Business Morning and indeed Opening Bell will be right back after this time out. Stay tuned. name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Apamaga.
I am Chioma Bakbala.
My name is Ifunaya Ndule, but I'm living in our market speaking.
You're welcome back, and I am Ubon Kings. Still the Afia Business Morning. You're watching Opening Bell right here on Afia TV. It's time to check in on commodity prices, and well, we're starting off with precious metals this morning. Gold is down, and indeed almost all precious metals except for silver, which is up at 0.07%. Gold is down, platinum is down, palladium is down at 1.38%. 0.34% and 0.88% respectively. Away from that, let's look at activities with reference to energy this morning. Energy is a mixture of rises and dips, but then more of dips than rises because ethanol, coal, and oil Brent are the only commodities that are up at 1.27%, 0.62%, and 1.47% respectively. However, natural gas is down again at a very huge margin of 5.07%. Oil Bonny Light, Branch River Kwaibo, all down at 2.84%, 0.40%, and 0.40% respectively. And moving on to industrial metals this morning, well, it appears that almost all of these commodities are all down. I mean, we started off with precious metals and goes all the way to industrial metals where it's mostly dips in index values across the board, except for aluminium and zinc, which are up at 0.21% and 1.24%. However, lead is down at 0.46%, iron ore is down 0.67%, copper is down 0.36%, nickel is down at 1.10%, as well as tin down at 0.35%. You're watching the Afia Business Morning. This is Opening Bell. To follow the program, join in on the conversation, and you can watch it live as well on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly tap in the search bar www.youtube.com/Afia Business, and while you're there, do hit the like button. Remember, you should subscribe as well so you get notifications on all business related content coming to you from Afia TV. And while you're at it, you can also follow us on Instagram with the handle at Afia Business _ to be part of our social media community. Up next, we're going to be taking a look at the hikes in prices of food commodities in the open market, as well as hikes in fuel prices. And on that note, I'll see you tomorrow on the Opening Bell when the exchanges reopen for trading. The Afia Business Morning. We'll be right back with the segment Global Business. My name is Ubon Kings. Stay tuned.
Join me every weekday on the Afia Business Morning as we bring to you a trilogy of business segments. The opening bell where we see activities from our select stock exchanges. The global business where we bring you up to speed on business activities making the rounds all over the world. And we bring the conversation home on the segment Eastern Business Reports as we discuss business activities and issues bedeviling businesses in the Southeast region. My name is Ubon Kings. Join the Afia Business Morning every weekday 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Exclusive to Afia TV on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17. The Afia Business Morning. Business unusual.
Thank you for rejoining me on the Afia Business Morning. Welcome to Global Business. And here, we'll be taking a look at business news stories around the world. My name is Ubon Kings. And here are the headlines that I'm tracking at the moment. And well, from the world of tech, it's reported that UN is to protect submarine cables after ruptures. And away from that to the automobile world, Porsche to take $21 billion charge on Volkswagen stake. And from the premature aerospace industry, Musk to turn SpaceX's Starbase site to Texas. We'll bring you details of these stories and more after this time out. Stay tuned. You're watching Global Business right here on the Afia Business Morning, and we will begin with business stories from the world of tech, where it's reported that the United Nations Technology Agency has created a new body to boost protection for submarine cables, which carries over 99% of international data, aiming to help shore them up against damage and accelerate repairs after a series of high-profile failures. Thomas Lamarsukas, Deputy Secretary General of the International Telecommunications Union (ITU), said the ITU sometimes received reports of alleged sabotage, but it was not currently within its mandate to investigate such issues or assign blame. However, he hoped the new body will help address disruptions, whatever the cause, by restoring services more quickly, such as through expediting permits. Now, you know that there's a part of this that intrigues me, really. The last paragraph of the story, I will try to paraphrase it anyway. It does read, the essence of that particular paragraph reads that there is a hope that this new body that is to be formed would help, that will be created basically, would help address disruptions, whatever the kind of it, whatever the cause, by restoring services more quickly through such as through expediting permits. Now, you see that B part, the B part of addressing, as it were, disruptions, whatever the cause, by restoring services more quickly. If history would serve us right, do you remember that it was recorded sometime in 2024, earlier 2024, that Africa experienced several internet outages due to damaged or under-maintenance submarine cables? You remember that? Oh, let me refresh your mind. Recall, on March 13, 2024, there was an outage in West Africa, which of course affected countries like Ivory Coast, Liberia, Nigeria, of course, and Ghana. And this outage was, according to reports, was caused by damage to multiple submarine cables, which included the West African cable system, the Coastal Africa Europe cables, Main 1 and Sat 3 cables. And still, on May 12, specifically May 12, 2024, an outage in East Africa was also recorded, which affected multiple countries after two fiber optic submarine cables, I'm talking about the CCOM and the EASY, were damaged off the coast of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. Now, the suspected cause, according to the story, was a dragging ship anchor. Now, I sincerely do hope that we have a regulatory body in Africa that pretty much oversees these things and will have as its core mandate to address disruptions, whatever the cause, by restoring services more quickly. Because during that period that there was outage, it was a disaster. Banks would not work, no telecoms, terrible. You try to browse your own, you know. But then, I say no more. I rest my case, and hopefully that does not ever happen in the shores of Africa again, hopefully. But then, I think we should be more proactive than just lay back and wait to act for something to happen before we react. I think Africa has been too reactive. We should get to be more proactive than reactive. Moving on to other stories, and still from the world of tech, it's reported that major tech companies are seeking to improve their relationship with the incoming president, Donald Trump, as the e-commerce giant Amazon is planning to donate $1 million to President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration fund, having donated roughly $58,000 to Trump's 2017 inaugural, which is much lower than it plans to donate this time around. However, Amazon's announcement came after Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, earlier said that it had donated $1 million to Trump's inaugural fund. Meanwhile, according to Federal Election Commission records, Google donated $285,000 each to Trump's inaugural and Biden's inaugural. Now, for the sake of context, guys, let's look at something and make some things clear. All right? For the U.S., there's something called an inaugural fund, right? And definitely an inaugural committee. I bet these things are strange terminologies when it comes to Africa. Well, yet our style of democracy was pretty much copied from the U.S. But anyway, that's not the bone of contention here. Now, the inaugural committee, actually its duty is to plan and finance all inaugural events other than the swearing-in ceremony at the Capitol and the luncheon honoring the president and vice president, including opening ceremonies, the parade, galas, and balls. Now, hold up. In the same vein, the inaugural fund is the money or monies, plural, set aside to handle these expenses. And for the records, almost all tech companies in the U.S. are desperately trying to get into Trump's good books. And I remember there was a time that Trump actually called out one of them. I think it was Amazon. And this is actually the case of Amazon as it were at the moment, because they are planning to donate $1 million to President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration fund because, in 2017, they donated $58,000. This time, they're upping it to about $1 million. Already, the likes of OpenAI, Meta, etc., have already, to a large extent, given monies in the range of $1 million. But then again, you clearly can see that there's a sort of lobbying here to make sure that they're in the good books, because if they're not in the good books, you see all this advancement in tech and advancement in AI, specifically in AI development, it's just one word when Mr. President, all of that will be stopped. But then we'll see how all of this pans out eventually, won't we? And still staying here and still talking more stories from the international scene. Let's bring you this report about from the world of finance with a mix of tech in between. It's reported that Bajaj Finance Limited, BFL, a deposit banking taking Indian non-banking financial company, is aiming to leverage AI to boost its business, and the company is set to triple lead conversations, double back office productivity, and improve frontline performance by 1.5 times. The managing director of Bajaj Finance, Rajiv Jain, said the company's AI-driven transformation will integrate with its existing cloud and digital infrastructure by improving customer engagement, lowering operating expenses, and augmenting profitability. Now, guys, before we start thinking too far, the crux of the matter is that Bajaj Finance Limited is aiming to leverage AI to boost his business. But wait, this is India we're talking about, though. India. And this is also AI development or deployment. And I see a deliberateness in this now to boost business. Wait, you begin to ask yourself, how did India get to where they are? Because if we to remember, there was a time India was called the poverty capital of the world, right? Just a few years ago. And somehow India is among the first 5 largest economies in the world, just so you know, putting in perspective, just so you know. They're the first 5. If you don't like them that much, say first 7, right? But then they are there. And then where is Nigeria in this equation? Now, before you confuse yourself, because quite a lot of us in Nigeria specifically, we know we're used to that Bajaj name. I mean, first of all, when you hear it, you think of tricycle, okay? But before you confuse yourself with much thinking, I'm interested to know that Sanjeev Bajaj, who is the chairman of Bajaj Finance Limited, is not the owner of Bajaj Tricycles, right? Now, for sake of emphasis, also Stallion Auto Keke Limited, just so you know, a company under the Stallion Group owns and distributes Bajaj Tricycles in Nigeria. The Stallion acquired the Indian Bajaj dealership and assembles tricycles in Nigeria. So basically, that settles it. It's not the same company. They just share the same name. That's what it is. That's all that it is. Anyway, you are watching Global Business right here on the Afia Business Morning on Afia TV. Kindly join in the conversation. And you can watch it live right now on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly tap in the search bar www.youtube.com/Afia Business. And while you're there, do what to hit the like button. Remember, you should subscribe so you get notifications on all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. And just so you know, too, you can also follow us on Instagram with the handle at Afia Business _ to be part of our social media community. Up next, we'll be looking at more business news stories from the automotive world right after this time out. Stay tuned. You're welcome back to the Afia Business Morning on Afia TV. You're still watching Global Business, and now we're moving on to the rest of our stories. And this time we're moving to the automotive world, where it's reported that Porsche SE, a German multinational corporation, said it expects to take a multi-billion-dollar write-down on the value of its investment in Volkswagen, as it expects to record an impairment of between 7 billion euros and 20 billion euros related to its investment in Volkswagen, and is also expects to take a charge of between 1 billion euros and 2 billion euros related to its stake in Porsche AG, the sports car maker. Porsche SE said those estimates are tied to a number of factors, including an uncertain environment, lower demand than originally expected in various markets, and increasing geopolitical tensions and protectionist tendencies. Despite the accounting charges, Porsche SE said it will still value both car companies significantly higher than their respective stock market values. Now, for the sake of context, real quickly, just so you know quickly, summary really, Porsche is about losing a huge sum of money, running into billions of euros. All of this predicated on the fact that a number of factors, including uncertain environment, lower demand than originally expected in various markets, and of course increasing geopolitical tensions, and of course this part, protectionist tendencies, which of course is one of the things that the US government is bringing to the fore, thanks to Donald Trump, are causing a strain on its anticipated profitability. Volkswagen, however, was notably fingered, but it should be noted that the Volkswagen Group is the parent company, listen to this, of Porsche. But the two companies have a reciprocal relationship. What do I mean? Volkswagen, on one hand, Volkswagen Group owns Porsche, right? Because it owns about 70-something% of Porsche AG, the company that manufactures Porsche vehicles. And guess what? On the other hand, too, Volkswagen Group also owns other car brands, including Audi, Bentley, Bugatti, and Lamborghini. So whenever you call all of those, just understand they're under the Volkswagen brand, just so you know. Meanwhile, let me also emphasize that Porsche also owns Volkswagen Group Porsche SE, a company controlled by the Porsche Peach family, which owns a controlling stake in Volkswagen Group. Like I said, it is a reciprocal thing. Porsche owns Volkswagen, Volkswagen owns Porsche. They both own each other. Anyway, in an attempt to end this bulletin, let's tell you that billionaire Elon Musk's company recently sent a letter to local officials requesting an election to turn what it calls Starbase, a South Texas site where SpaceX builds and launches its massive Starship rockets, into an incorporated city, which, as residents of the area known as Starbase, submitted the petition. However, it is not the first time turning Starbase into his own city has been floated, as Musk proposed the idea in 2021 when he wrote a social media post that simply said, creating the city of Starbase, Texas. Furthermore, I'm interested to know that SpaceX's rapid expansion in the region has drawn pushback from locals, where earlier this year a group called Save RGV sued the company in July over allegations of environmental violations and dumping polluted water into the nearby bay. But SpaceX said in response that a state review found no environmental risks and called the lawsuit frivolous. Now quickly, let me just try to break this down real quickly, yeah? Now, I see the possibility, if you ask me, I see the possibility of Elon Musk having his way this time around, yeah? I'm talking about the emergence of the Starbase city officially. You know why? Well, US President President-elect Donald Trump actually named Elon Musk, listen to this, to a role that is aimed at creating a more efficient government. Listen to that. Handing even more influence to the world's richest man who donated millions of dollars to help Donald Trump get elected. Now, Donald Trump has been elected, president-elect. Musk has been appointed. But then listen to this B part. Musk and the former Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy will co-lead a newly created Department of Government Efficiency. Listen to this. This Office of Government Efficiency is an entity Trump indicated will operate outside the confines of government. You see this now? Outside the confines of government. So tell me, how much power would he wield in that place? But then, anyway, KVUE actually takes out the time to tell us more on Elon Musk's wanting to turn SpaceX's Starbase site into a Texas city. Let's take a look.
According to the Texas Tribune, SpaceX employees living at the company's headquarters in South Texas have officially asked Cameron County to let them form a new city in the county. The site, known as Starbase currently, sits about 25 miles east of Brownsville along the Gulf Coast. SpaceX's general manager says several hundred employees already live there, and this push for cityhood comes just weeks after Cameron County commissioners denied SpaceX's request to add more housing at the site. The Tribune reports hundreds of workers are currently on a wait list hoping to move to Starbase. The proposal faces some hurdles now. Environmental groups continue to raise concern about SpaceX's impact on the surrounding ecosystem, especially after recent citations over the company's water system. The Cameron County judge will need to review the petition before any special election could move forward.
Oh, well, we'll follow up with the story, and as well as other stories anyway, and keep you in the loop as they unfold, just so you know what's happening. And you may want to get to our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel and watch in live. Kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/Afia Business, and while you're there, do well to hit the like button. Remember, you should and can subscribe so you get notifications once we drop off a new business-related content right there from Afia TV. You can also follow us on Instagram with the handle at Afia Business _ to be part of our social media community. And just so you know, you're still watching the Afia Business Morning live right here on Afia TV. Coming up next, we'll be taking a look at conversations that I am planning on having this week on the Eastern Business Report. The Afia Business Morning will be right back after this time out. My name is Ubon Kings. Stay tuned. My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Apamaga.
I am Chioma Okpala.
My name na Ifunaya Ndule, but I'm living in market speaking.
Stand a chance to win an early Christmas surprise this year on the Afia Morning Show 12 Days of Christmas Special. How to win? Watch the Afia Morning Show on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17 or on YouTube at Afia News and on Facebook at Afia TV. Listen closely to the anchors, guests and correspondents. Watch out for the question of the day. Locate the live stream of the Afia Morning Show on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@Afia News. Be the first to share your answer to the question in the comment section on YouTube. The winner will be announced during the next day's broadcast. The Afia Morning Show 12 Days of Christmas Special lasts from Friday the 12th of December 2024 to Tuesday the 24th of December 2024. Terms and conditions apply. Proudly supported by
Welcome to Afia TV, your go-to channel for excellent news and incredible shows that keeps you IEI, that is, informed, entertained, and inspired. Need a break?
Ladies and germs, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV.
Join Choco to vibe and chill on Lunch Break at 2 p.m. for the latest trends in music and entertainment.
Not like I have big money.
Dive into the world of innovation and creativity with Rochelle on Anka.
It means art in English.
Where creative minds and groundbreaking ideas come to life. Tune in every weekday at 8 p.m. Do not miss Afia TV Official